Hey, it's Summer here from CBG Live in Miami, day 2. And I'm here with half of Kate and Carrie from Childcare Conversations, Kate. So Kate, tell me about Childcare Conversations. What do you do for the childcare world? What problems are you solving?
I love that question, Summer. So Childcare Conversations with Kate and Carrie is actually a podcast, and we solve problems that every director has been through and maybe didn't even realize that they have. So with over 300 episodes, we have had a lot of fun sharing and attacking problems and issues, and then interviewing awesome directors and leaders in the field. And as a result of the podcast, Childcare Conversations now coaches, owners and directors who have a story to tell, who are trying to build their authority in their community.
Fantastic. So you're telling me childcare owners and directors have problems.
So one of the things that we find as a director is that a lot of times we spend a lot of time getting to be a really great teacher. And we had a lot of training. And then because we did such a great job, we were promoted. But we weren't necessarily then given all of the training that goes into being in that new position. And so we struggle a little bit with wanting very much to be able to be as good at that job as we were when we were a teacher. And so Childcare Conversations basically is that educational lifeline to help them learn those skills. We have book resources, we have podcast resources. Carrie and I have written 26 books between the two of us. We have 10 books just in childcare leadership and management.
I love that so much. So much needed. I mean, very, very needed in that community, especially the people who, like you said, have been promoted almost out of their skill set, helping them develop that new skill set.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's talk CBG community. You have been part of CBG for a while now. Tell me, what are some of your biggest ahas and takeaways from this conference? And I know you have been in the childcare world for a long time.
So having been to
hundreds and thousands.
A lot of conferences in all different roles as both participant, as vendor, and as speaker. One of the reasons we come back to CBG and that we love CBG is it is timely, it's relevant, and it's implementable, like immediately. You leave with a true Monday morning action plan, which has been something we've been trying to encourage in training workshops for 25 years. And so to come to a conference that aligns with our thought process has just been awesome. And so it is always at the top of our list. It will be one we will continue to come with as long as we are in business.
Yay! Excellent. I will tell you, I've been to hundreds and hundreds of conferences as well in my years, and I love the accountability piece. I love the no fluff, like we're gonna have the hard conversations and we're gonna fix it. We're gonna have an action plan. So much like you, that's my big takeaway from the conference as well. All right, what are some of your favorite moments from this conference? It's day 2, so I can ask that now. What are some of your favorite moments? And we did axe throwing last night.
We did do axe throwing last night. And I have to say that probably some of my favorite moments came because we have clients, we have friends, we have people who we consider our people here. And so it's been great to watch first timers who, as sponsors, we got to invite 6 folks, and 5 of those 6 folks had never been here before. And it was great to watch them have their own aha moments before 10 a.m. And they were like, even the folks who are our clients who have been to CBG multiple times, they've been here 3, 4, 5 times, even they were having aha moments before noon on day 1 because they're in a different place in their business. So even though you might look at the agenda and go, oh, I did that conference before, it's always updated, it's always relevant, and you as a business owner are always moving and changing. So even if you heard it 3 conferences ago and you heard it 2 conferences ago, now all of a sudden you're in a different place, so you hear it from a whole different lens. And so it was just, my favorite part was sitting in the back of the room watching our folks get those and then writing stuff down because you could just see their aha moments. Now, of course, the awards was also great, and knowing that people who we've been championing and cheering on for the last year got some of those awards. So that was also awesome.
Okay, so you pretty much just summed up day one. Aha moments, awards, axe throwing.
You threw out the axe throwing.
Okay, I had a blast. I'm not going to lie. I had a blast. That took me out of my comfort zone.
So you'd never done that before? Oh, okay.
No.
So, yeah.
So we're bringing people out of their comfort zones
Absolutely.
by asking, okay, can you record something for us? Can you speak? Can you do some self-reflection? Or can you throw an axe?
I love it. Well, it's all about sharpening your edge. And so I'm gonna throw that in there. So it's all
Pun
about
intended.
Absolutely. So sharpening your edge and the masterminds. I mean, the ability to sit down with 6 other childcare professionals that have been that are currently where you are. It's not even they've been where you've been and they've sat there. And I chuckled because I happened to sit at a table and the very first person was talking about how Nick challenged her to get out of her comfort zone, and Nick's talking about how and why you need to build your authority and how a podcast was a solution. So as a podcaster, the very first person goes, and I don't even know where to start a podcast, and I don't know how to start a podcast. And all other 5 at the table are like, yeah, I don't either. And so one of the women looked at me and went, hey, you have a podcast.
You're like, a small one, 300 episodes.
And so I was like, so is this how I'm spending the next 8 minutes? And they were all like, yeah, will you just tell us? So I did basically an 8-minute crash course on how to start a podcast. And it was not at all intended, but it was so great to be able to share something that I would have considered not relevant like it wasn't the hat I was wearing when I came. And so it was really nice to be able to share, here's where I would go, here's how I would do it. If I was you and I was uncomfortable, don't think about this podcast as I got to do all these things separately. And so we really talked about how a podcast can be the beginning of your book. It can be your community newsletters. Take that content from a podcast, take those transcripts and make that your articles in your newsletters, make that part of chapters in a book in the future. And that a podcast doesn't have to live forever. It can be just a mini series. And you could just have a 16 episode series of what you do well. And so, whatever that owner director is known for in their community, we want them to build their authority. And if it's a podcast or a book, we love it. We're just really excited to be able to.
Oh, you and Carrie bring so much information to the community. We're so thankful that you're here. How do people reach you if they want more? If they want more of the goodness that you're willing to share, how do people get a hold of you? How do they reach you?
Well, there are 2 ways, and I'll look in the camera. You can find us at kateandcarrie.com, which is probably the easiest, but our email is just what it sounds like. It's kateandcarrie@childcareconversations.com. If you'd like to be a guest on our podcast, www.childcareconversations.com. And you have to have the 3 W's in there. I don't know why. That's
Thank you,
okay.
Kate.
Absolutely, Summer. We are so excited to continue our partnership with CBG.